Hi, this is Ben Freer. I'm an immigration lawyer for entrepreneurs. And recently, a very nice guy reached out to me and explained that his E-2 investor visa application was refused after his interview in Toronto. In this video, I'll explain the valid reason why his E-2 visa was refused and talk about how you could avoid making a similar mistake during your application process. This guy who contacted me was understandably disappointed by the fact that his E-2 visa application was refused after waiting 10 months for his interview. He contacted me because he wanted me to help him determine if there was a way for him to move forward. So just to give you some background, here are the details of his situation. He applied in Toronto. His goal is to run a US-based general contracting business. He has experience in the field and he has experience running a similar business in Canada. Here's a summary of the progress that he had made on his business at the time of the interview. He had formed his corporate entity and obtained an EIN. He opened a business bank account and transferred money into the business bank account. I can't remember exactly how much he transferred, but I want to say that it was around 50,000 US dollars. Part of the investment consisted of an existing truck and tools that he used in his Canadian business. Now here is the key fact. This property was never transferred to the United States. So to summarize, his investment consisted of $50,000 in the US company account, a truck, which was still in Canada, and tools, which were still in Canada. At the interview, the officer was apparently very nice and respectful, which is always nice to hear, but he appropriately refused to issue the E-2 visa. This was the right decision because the grand total of the at-risk investment was $0. If you have $0 committed to your US business at the time that you apply, your odds of success will be close to zero. Here's the relevant section of the US Foreign Affairs Manual. To be in the process of investing for E-2 purposes, the funds or assets to be invested must be committed to the investment, and the commitment must be real and irrevocable. The classic example of investment funds that are not at risk involves uncommitted funds that are sitting in a company bank account. The manual explains, mere intent to invest or possession of uncommitted funds in a bank account or even prospective investment arrangements entailing no present commitment will not suffice. So the $50,000 uncommitted in the account did not constitute an investment. Okay, so what about the truck and the tools? In preparation for the application, this guy created a business plan that explained why the truck and tools were necessary for the business. And he provided some evidence regarding their value. Nonetheless, the value of this equipment did not count. Why not? The value of the truck and tools were not counted because these items remained in Canada. The manual gives us guidance on this as well. It says, the amount spent for purchase of equipment and for inventory on hand may be calculated in the investment total. The value of goods or equipment transferred to the United States, such as factory machinery shipped to the United States to start or enlarge a plant, may be considered an investment. The key word here is transferred. The mistake was that the equipment remained in Canada. So what are the key takeaways from all this? Number one, hire a lawyer or fully educate yourself. People who are much smarter than me hire me all the time since they want an experienced guide who will help the process run smoothly. And they don't want to invest a ton of time in learning everything that they need to know to successfully apply for the E-2 visa. I felt terrible for the guy who called me because his case could have easily been approved if he had the proper guidance. A few minor tweaks would have improved his odds dramatically. Instead, he has to reapply and wait months before he gets another shot at the visa. If you decide to apply on your own, please take the time that's required to learn all the nuances of the E-2 visa requirements and process. Number two, be prepared to make a commitment. The US government wants to see action, not mere plans. Uncommitted funds in a bank account won't cut it. They want evidence that you have spent the money that is required to launch your business and make it successful. Takeaway number three, the fam is your friend. Whether you decide to hire a lawyer or not, It is wise for all E-2 visa applicants to review the section in the Foreign Affairs Manual that lays out the requirements for the E-2 visa. Since this manual was created by the US government, it gives you valuable insight into the decision-making process that the officer will go through when they review your E-2 visa application. The FAM contained all of the key information for the guy who contacted me. If he would have transferred his property to the US and actually spent some of the $50,000 that he transferred, he would probably already be in the US running his general contracting business. So there you have it. Hopefully this information was helpful. This information is intended to be general in nature and is not intended as legal advice. If you are interested in the E-2 visa, I encourage you to reach out to one of the many amazing US immigration lawyers that you can find across the globe. And if you did enjoy this video, please like it or pass it along to someone who may benefit from it. Thanks for your time.